Hi y'all, it's your girl Anna, and we're back with Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. And we're about to start the level 97 MSQ. And yeah, I'm really excited for the dungeon coming up. I've been hearing a lot of people saying that it's a slightly tougher dungeon, and I really hope that's the case. I have a feeling I'm probably going to get smashed running in there with my trust, but or duty support rather. But we'll have to see how it goes. I have a feeling I'm going to do my normal thing where I tunnel vision on my skills and get smacked by something incredibly obvious that I didn't see. So yeah, before I get started, as always, if you enjoy the stream, please consider leaving a like, and if you want to be notified about future streams, please consider subscribing. Also, let's drink some water now, like right off the bat. Alright, and I have a monster here, so let me open it up. Good stuff, good stuff. It looks like I didn't botch my sound settings like I did for the last stream at the start. So everything looks good, so let's go ahead and jump straight into it, shall we? All aboard. From here on out, we won't stop working until the train's ready. If you have any preparations, now would be a good time to see to them. The boarding call will come before you know it. Alright, let's wait. Got a bunch of food here too. Wait for the engineers to finish working on the train? Yes. Interesting that it's making me wait this long. I'm assuming there's a long cutscene here for the intro to what I'm assuming is going to be the dungeon.
Right, we're just about done with the modifications, but I have to stress that we cannot afford a test run.
A test run? I don't think we can test your bomb.
It's fine. We understand and accept the risks. We have faith in you and your craft.
I mean, maybe the test run to see how good we are at jumping off said train.
I'm sure everything will go to plan. With all the hard work everyone's put in, it couldn't be otherwise.
Sure, everything's gonna be just fine.
Finished at last!
I love that voice actor. But do we have to put a stone bull head on the front?
Behold, the pinnacle of locomotive engineering, the Dawn Blazer.
Okay, that's a pretty cool name, the Dawn Blazer.
Amazing!
Yep, she's been fitted with wooden armor and a crystal grounding rod to mitigate the effects of lightning. Naturally, we had to overhaul the engine so it could handle the extra weight.
Oh, and y'all went ahead and overhauled the engine? All aboard the crazy train? All aboard! Now. Drink water now.
I also had her outfitted with etheric cannons, the better to contend with enemy forces. And as they're modelled upon those used at the Crystarium, I can attest to their potency.
Their potency.
So, what do you reckon? Given the tight turnaround, I'd say we did a damn good job.
A damn good job indeed. This is the toughest locomotive I've ever seen. It's a shame we have to blow her up.
Glad she's to your liking. I hate to let go of such a beautiful piece of machinery, but I know you'll give her a proper send-off for us.
Oh yeah, proper send-off.
At the risk of spoiling the mood, we should probably get moving.
Yep, you won't get far if you let them pummel you from the air, but you'll be safe enough once you reach the tunnel.
In that case, I will conceal the train with a spell once everyone is on board.
Oh, you got a good concealing spell?
It should last long enough for us to reach the tunnel unnoticed.
Right. So everyone, are we ready?
Oh yeah, let's do this.
We've done all we can. Rest is up to you.
I won't let you down. All aboard!
All aboard. I really like that, I know it's one of them. I'm assuming purple script outfits for the crafters, but there's the one that has just the bandages around the waist. Almost makes me wish I had a crafter to wear it. Oh yeah, here we go.
At this speed, we should arrive at the dome in no time at all.
But not before we're spotted, I expect. Stay alert!
We can cast a new spell.
Here we go.
Oh, did we get a mini game? Please give me a mini game to shoot these guys
Stand
out of the
fast,
sky.
everyone!
Not exactly what I expected from Grounding Rock. I'll take it. Oh, we're on a gun. I love it. Why are you shooting the regular gun? Oh, it's because it's not going to be blocked by the thing.
They switched to firearms!
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Oh dear.
Raha, jump!
You're gonna release the train, eh? Oh, someone catch her. Okay. Raw, you better catch her. There we go. Nice little pop.
Erenville, I need you to take over for me.
Wait, is she blocking bullets with her axe? What? How? When did you learn that skill? We're jumping off really early. He's just that good of a warrior, I think. Really? I'm gonna have a long run to catch up to that. Okay, that was one hell of an explosion. Now, was it enough to bust that door? Doesn't look like it.
Oh, that was too close. Still alive, Erenville?
Mostly.
Mostly. Alright, looks like we got everyone. Oh, I hear those usual Garlean alarms going off.
At last, the enemy stronghold. We should hurry before they can regroup.
Let's go and find out what's inside.
So it's a lot smaller than I expected. Or at least from this perspective. Okay, yeah, it's pretty big. Vanguard now accessible. All right, we have our dungeon. Time to fail horribly. All right, who's coming with us? I want to bring Alizane. Oh, she can't be a healer for this.
Let's give it our all.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Krya. I need to bring Grahatina. I gotta bring Alizane. Bringing Krya is probably the better answer just because she does so much damage. But I gotta bring Alizane. You know, one day I'll fix my portrait. Choctaral Vanguard. It's a very simple name for a dungeon. Thank you, game. I've needed simple dungeon names for a dungeon. Ooh, I like this little soundtrack. Also, that's the scene from the... I don't know if that's inside or outside. I hear thunder. Probably here. One of the most study members is new to this dude. I wonder who that Oh, why am I using the single target? I'm so silly. Beautiful. Alright, that's a smaller thing.
Hold on.
You underestimate me.
group them closer together, please drop out. Okay, now I hear fireworks outside. Beautiful. What are we looking at here? Enemy sighted. R7 sentries prepared to engage. Okay, so we're not inside the bubble yet. Oh, I see enemies on the Vikings. Run straight through the center. There we go. I feel like I'm going to start with AoE this time. Could have used for the hearing thing. Beautiful. The damage feels good. Got some more bites. There we go. That's what I want to see. He died before our ends. Well, I would normally want to start off with my applying my debuff. Okay, that's funny. I expected more. Other than this thing, all units are inspiring. Are we getting still noticing text here for these guys? What was I doing? Kind of important. Alright. Oh, there were two of them. Oh. Snake. No. I think I got killed on trying to get my combo off. That didn't happen. I didn't see that. The screen's been really blank. No idea what happened in that time, but that's the first one. I see. Exactly. The screen was actually really strange. Don't know what's going on. There we go. Oh, I like how the bike... Yeah, this guy's pretty cool though. Commander Ari. With his red bike. Striking. What is this helmet? Okay, you know what? This design on here, there's a company I follow that makes these designs out of like acrylic and stuff. And they're really cool. The things on the hat anyway. Oh, and you can just put away the face mask. That's a good catch. Once again, give me my eye patch, please. And it's dyeable with 2 colors. Okay, the gear here looks like it's all really cool. Defense turrets. Oh. need more gear from here? Yeah, I need a farm. I'm assuming the weapons from here look really cool. I like the treasure chest here too. Healing ring, that didn't help. Everything here is made of the same strange substance. This place just keeps getting stranger and stranger. Drink water now. Oh, drink water now. I didn't see the that this time. I know this Alizé's been like rushing in.
Hold on.
Oh, but you're surviving. No. Now I get to run in Pool View. I wonder if they put this many chests in here because they knew people would be farming this. And still no gear for me. Oh, what is this map? The Protector. Oh, where's G-Warrior? I need G-Warrior. Oh well, what do we have here? Huh, another hunk of metal to the scrap pile. Pretty small boss right here. very hard to do. I like these mazes for this reminds me of Criterion. The lasers in Criterion. Ow. Okay, what was supposed to happen?
Just the beginning.
Oh, okay, I see what's going on. I had motion control. I'm supposed to stand still. Beautiful. That was a really cool fight. I really like this map. Yeah. Here, spinning gear. Oh, it's the same. It's the robot arms. Okay, okay. I see why you want to farm the gear here. The necklace is kind of whatever. This line. This is a ring. I think I like the ring more than the necklace. Drink water now. Okay. Looked them out was like, ha! That was too easy. Damn it all, the power to cross and release the beast. Oh, beast. Beautiful. Alright, what's next? More birds? More birds. Oh, I did that too soon. I didn't get all the top. love how flashy Viper is. Oh, we got more friends?
You underestimate me!
I think I'll hold my siege for the next ring. Why? This happened to me in an earlier dungeon where they dropped 2 at the same ring. Or 2 of the same necklace. So I just lost out on a piece of gear. Purging hostilities. What was this boss attack? Oh. Wasted that entire combo.
Hold still!
I'm assuming there's another set of enemies. Was there just one tiny asshole before the boss? Why would they do that? This is the Vanguard controller. What's going on in here? Drink water, nyall. But I see hair. Such a serious breach should be allowed, but it ends now. What? Xander the snakeskin. You redeemed the hum. Okay. So you're a human, and you have one of those things on your head. Xander the snakeskin. Sounds really familiar. This is their leader? Alright, something's not right about this. I love this controller now. Alright, let's do it.
Hold still!
Okay, that seemed too simple. How could you, huh? Developed by a gentle life, the pulse of life surges through their body. What? But how? Alright, no more games. That was no resurrection magic. Upon the soul of the serpent, the great devourer, give me the strength to destroy our enemies. Okay. So yeah, this all my stuff wore off. So unfortunate. Oh, that's cool. So now my retainer just finished with insert. Alright, Sander. So yeah, this is reminding me a lot of the weapon series. No one can survive the serpent. Alright. Say something? Right, let's get moving. Gotta see what's inside the dome. That was the most unexpected transformation. Trial. But she doesn't want to talk. I mean, technically she wasn't with us in the fight. Okay, I love this room though. Alright, what did we get? What did we get? So, we got some gloves. Some gloves. They're blue, so they might actually... They're diamond too. They're kind of the wrong blue, but they could go with my outfit for now. And I got the bending chest. Oh. I get the fitting gloves. Yeah, so let's try that on. Try on. Put my pants on. Okay. This is some really cool looking fending gear. I think the pauldrons are a little silly. But like, oh, these gloves are so good. This chest piece is just... Oh, and I love the like tubes of water cooling going through it. At least that's what it looks like to me. Oh, and I like what looks like verniers on the back. Okay, this armor is pretty cool. Drink water now. Definitely gonna have to run this again. And the stream seems good, right? Refresh that. Okay, yeah, we seem good.
What greeted us was not the home that I had left behind. There was no mistaking we had reached Yassolani, and yet it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yassolani, can it?
And it was at one point, so this is a heritage found. About this giant, it's like plate on a giant shield generating. Kind of reminds me of Midgar. I was prepared for something strange, but this is, it's like another world. I don't understand. I mean, now intervene. Dungeon. And there's an aetheryte all the way up there. The Land of Levin. Interesting. That was a very good dungeon. I really like that dungeon. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take 5, and we'll venture forth once I get back. Yeah, I'm back. Drink water now. Alright, let's see what's going on here. It doesn't make sense. That tower, was it always there? I'm assuming that's a big no. No, definitely not. Nor the wall over there. The material's not something we use in Tyral. It's closer to what we saw at the gate in the Golden City, or those mechanical soldiers. Such a massive structure couldn't possibly have been built in such a short time. I'm inclined to assume we've been transported to another location, or perhaps this whole fortress? Well, speculation will avail us not. We need to learn more before we can draw conclusions. Let's take a look around then. I feel like this whole area was just teleported here. At least all these structures were. Why would they do it here? Ooh, what are you? Not a hunt. There's defensive turrets. I like that you can just go on the railroad track. Axe beams. We all have like no front arms. Interesting. Is this a signpost? Kind of looks like an arm to grab mail on the train, but the train's up there. That looks like a train station, doesn't it? There must be a Yasselani station where the passengers disembark. Then perhaps we'll find someone to talk to there. Let's go and investigate. Thanks. I like how big all the maps have been for the expansion. This reminds me of, I haven't played it, but from what I've seen, like the Thunder Plains in Final Fantasy X. Is that what this is supposed to be like? At least in the few clips I've seen of people doing the lightning bolt challenge. That's a different creature. Kind of similar, isn't it? Okay, there's people. No, it doesn't look like there's anyone here. I'm pretty sure this is Yasselani Station, but from the state of it, I swear it's been abandoned years ago. I'm not sure what to make of this. We should look around a bit more. This Aetherite is of Tyrali design. Yeah. What's going on inside here? Oh, it's just the reflection on the inside. There's no furniture in the house. So what is this called? This is called Yasselani. Heritage found. Yasselani Station. It's fallen into total disrepair, almost as if it hasn't been used in decades. building is a rotting husk. It's clearly been many years since anyone lived here. Is stuff aging super fast inside the lightning? I think this thing's broken. Hello? Yeah, why are you just chilling here? I love that sword. Being that it's at the waist like there, I'm assuming this is a paladin. Also, that looks like the tank armor. Really convenient for them to be like, here you go, here's a tank set. That's what it looks like. Rusty train tracks. The tracks are heavily rusted. It would seem they haven't been tended to for a long while. Let's grab the safe here. Oh, those are... Ooh, those look cool. Kawaloa? Yeah, those are some cool looking enemies. This is a water tower for trains, isn't it? Yeah. Amidst enormous alien structures, we have more familiar sights like this station. But it's aged. Either, do you think it's the lightning? The thunder aspected, Yeah, I wonder if the thunder is aging all this very fast. Or maybe this whole region was brought from a different time? But the village wouldn't be here. At least not from a reflection. Finish poking around, Patton. Let's gather everyone then. I want you all to take a look at this. It's one of the mechanical soldiers, long since broken apparently. But I'd say its presence confirms this is indeed Zeralja's domain we're in. What about the rest of you? Did you learn anything? So all evidence suggests this is Yasalani Station. And I've no doubt that we're in Yasalani, but I don't understand why these buildings are all so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. For new structures to deteriorate and enormous ones to appear in a flash, if I didn't know any better, I say time flows differently here. Is such a thing even possible? We've encountered this phenomenon before, as it so happens. Though it might be difficult to believe, our world is one but one of several. In some respects, they are similar to one another, but in others wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world. While hours pass in one, years might have come and gone in another. But if this is Yasalani, then we should still be in the source. The flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I follow all this talk of reflections and dimensions, but if ENvtuber says this is Yasalani, then it must be... Your village is a little further along, right? ENvtuber. Huh? Yes, it's a short distance to the northwest. Let's head there next. Rather than talk theory, it's always better to confirm things firsthand. Oh, it moved. May I be of assistance? I like this, that they talk in a different game's UI. it's still functioning. It doesn't seem to be hostile at least. Perhaps we can ask it some questions. Can you tell us where we are? It's moving so slow. Unable to confirm credentials. Please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials. Confirm. Confirm. It seems broken after all. Too strange by half. Let's leave it be and get going. She's scared of it. I want to know more about this thing. Are those lightning rods? Sure looks like it. Do they get their power from lightning? Would you accompany me for a moment? There's something I wish to investigate. Are you down there, or are you on the train tracks? You're below me. Okay. Oh, the music here is cool. Look there, the lightning appears to be drawn to those pole-shaped structures over yonder. The design suggests there's some manner of lightning rod. Let's go and take a closer look. So is this one of the ways they were able to advance so fastly? Because their reflection is covered in thunder energy, thunder ether, and then they're using lightning rods to harness the power. So the weather is umbral static. Interesting. These enemies look really cool. Ow. Rude, I was just calling you cool. Learn to accept the compliment. Oh, that's a monk. Full staff. This material appears the same as that used in the mechanical soldiers and warships. Upon closer inspection, it appears to bear fine etchings, rather reminiscent of arcane ruin scenes, as I suspect they're not merely decorative. I would posit it is used to harness lightning as a source of energy. Quite impressive technology. I'll share this observation when you're still at. For a blessing, the dome doesn't appear to interfere with the pearls. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's head to the village and find the others. Drink water, Nyall. Whoa, what's going on down there? Is that a giant, like, generator? Let's stay vigilant. No sign of anyone. This is Erenville's village. Oh, Erenville. What in the world? Music. Another soldier over there.
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I had a look in a few of the other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
Oh, wait. You were in Tiraling. Tuliolal. You also look pretty creepy. And those clothes. Oh, that skirt on the inside is awesome.
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sorolja has told me a great deal about you.
Oh, so were you the person on the other side of the gate?
Sorolja?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria.
Alexandria?
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Queen of Reason? What? Sphene? Alexandria?
Queen of Reason?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Zorulja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you are both behind the attack on Tuliyola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Zorulja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I.
Oh.
It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
There is writing on her back as well.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zorolja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the Queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria.
Oh.
Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently. How is it he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter of days?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yasolani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliolol suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliolol. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barrier surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the first. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shatona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Oh, and you call them the Shatona?
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides...
We need answers for ENvtuber.
You're right.
Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tuliolol?
Noble Wuklamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zorolja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolol.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
So, something... The bottom word, I think, is Alexandria. And something of our home. I'm gonna... screen that. Maybe we could take a closer look at it later.
Wonderful! If you would follow me.
I take it there'll be trouble if Zorolja hears of this.
Is that concern or suspicion?
A little of both.
If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid?
Oh.
I jest, of course. But you do strike me as the most capable here.
She knows. Oh, my gloves. I forgot to put on the new gloves. They almost match perfectly. The shade of blue isn't quite right. I'd probably fix that if I had the dyes on me. Oh, they're doing an S rank. Or they did an S rank. I'm jealous. I think it goes without saying, but we're not going to trust her like that, just like that, right? Anyway you look at it, a mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere proclaiming herself a queen is suspicious. The 8th Umbral Calamity has been added to the codex. I'll probably be eating some of this food. Spell stand. Damn. Well, having established that we should be wearing, we could use more information. So let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. Perhaps about Sphene as well. Sphene. Very interesting name. I saw a guard over here earlier. I thought I saw a guard. So I wonder if those are the generators. Oh, those bolt hounds look cool. Pretty sure we just fought some inside the dungeon. Yeah, so these got... Oh, they're sprinkler systems. Okay, that's kind of cool. This music, though, is really good. Shade. You're not a first person. Okay, there we go. Y'all. Let's do... Our heart. So that's our heart, Alexandria. Something... What is that second word? Extra thick plot? Uh-huh. Sadly, what I assume are tattoos on her back rather than lined in the fabric are kind of obscuring the above words. Being so sensitive, camera. Go. Alright, we can look at that text later. I trust you have similar farming facilities in Tyrol. Not quite. They're completely different from ours. I've got no idea what all those machines do. We settled on this approach after some trial and error. The Tyrali have their own methods of farming, which they wanted to continue enjoying. The environment makes it challenging. There's too much rain and not enough light. Thankfully, the use of electro has allowed us to fortify the buildings here, as well as provide what nature cannot. Electro what? Electro. It's a material we use for myriad devices and applications. A topic for another time, perhaps. If you had followed me, we're nearly to the outskirts. drink water now. Yeah, so these are sprinklers, and they're dropping... I guess they're also providing sunlight. And there's definitely people here. The lamps seem to be about the correct brightness. Now to check the crops and see if any further adjustments are needed. And yeah, they are lamps. You also have one of those head devices on. And this looks like a... Yep, I was gonna say, this looks like a stable. Now I see the Ronique here. Oh, you have an interest in our farmland. I'll tell you anything you want to know. Tell me about yourself. Oh, you want to know about me? There's not much to tell, but I'm not Yopi Kana. I've always had a fondness for growing things, and I've gotten quite good at cooking various types of produce. I can also tell how fresh vegetables are just by looking at them. This is Yupei's halo, an important part of life here in the outskirts. I work alongside Shalosin, who runs the place, and we cultivate a variety of vegetables here. With the help of electro technology, we can make most of what the land has to offer, and support those who call this place home. They also grow produce inside Everkeep, but it's not the same as the plants originally from Tyrol. This farmland is mainly used for cultivating Korali vegetables using traditional means. You also... Okay, everyone has one of these head things on. And it's like the old houses from the villages up the hill, but they've got these like purple power lines running to everything. I'll admit, I've seen nothing particularly suspicious yet. It's fascinating how they combine traditional bricklaying with electro-based engineering, a curious blending of two cultures. But how long have they been here to have learned about all this? It's a rather lively settlement, isn't it? In defiance of its ceaseless gloom, almost. It's a relief to see the people here are well. Hopefully the same can be said for everyone in Salami. What is that tree?
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
Yeah. This music. A lot of nine references.
What business brings her here, I wonder?
What business brings her here, I wonder? What was that voice? But yeah, I'm getting a lot of 9 vibes here.
The queen has come!
It's not the accents I expected, though I guess they changed over time.
You look well, Paquine. And Katonye, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Lamachi.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can, even the most trifling details.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence.
Oh, affable townsman. No, he has something futuristic on his clothes. Also, unfortunately, his little head thing is kind of floating in midair. I hope that comes out as an item we can wear, but at the same, unless it's like nefarious, because every time we've seen someone else with one of these, it's been pretty nefarious. But once again, it'd probably not work with my eye patch.
And who are these fine people?
Who are these fine people? What are these accents?
Tuliolol's vow of resolve Wuk-Lamart and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wuk-Lamart is still so young.
How long did y'all age?
Oh, where are my manners? I am Papone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Papone? That is a Tonawautan ring to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kafkiwa?
Kafkiwa? I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh. Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasulani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
What do you mean the resemblance?
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
The way you say that is very weird.
Then tell me, please, where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
Oh, because the soldiers over there?
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
How
you
long
needn't
ago
push
was that?
yourself, Papone. After 30 years, no one could blame you for not remembering.
30 years? Okay, there we go.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago. Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoraljar's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
So,
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
okay, so I was correct in that a lot of time must have passed for him. I didn't expect it to be 30 years, though. That'd make him really old, too.
"30 years. Little wonder Zorolja assumed our father had already passed away."
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
Meaning this is a piece of another reflection. True, but we don't know how long they could live for. Yeah, I don't know how old Mamolja could live. I mean, that being said, Gugul Jaja was like probably, if I had to guess, like 100 years old.
I cannot say for certain, but I strongly suspect that to be the case. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information.
I feel like our link pearls would be sending very hard to understand messages, because Graha said he was able to still contact Y'shtola, but like there would be a very weird distortion if that was the case.
Sveen, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yassolani.
I mean, they're going to be 30 years older now.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zorolja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
Was that? Yeah, if you chose the other option, Graha would have mentioned that he can talk to Y'shtola. Like, I already know he could talk to Y'shtola, but did you mean he would mention how? Because I already know he could talk to Y'shtola. He told us that already. But just thinking about it, like, messages going in and out would be incredibly weird and distorted. Like, I don't know how she would be able to understand anything he said. Because it seems probably a day per year, if I had to guess. Or rather, a day for 10 years.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Does she normally cause trouble then?
I shall proceed with the utmost care. Now then, If you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
Does she like walk into doors because they're not automatic?
I can't say that I trust her yet, but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
So, this is Alexandria, which Alexandria in Final Fantasy IX. That is literally where Alexander is. And Alexander in 14 is a time traveler. So is Alexander involved? That is my next leaning to. Well, the barrier's time slowed down to our time once the invasion began, so more like 30 years and 2 minutes. Electrope has done much to improve the efficiency of their farming, but hasn't replaced everything. One of my friends was just assigned the role of hunter. Gods, I wish it were me. If only I passed the exam. Interesting. The people wanted to preserve their old way of life, and we did not want to force ours upon them. We went to such lengths so that our cultures could coexist, even going so far as to learn our tongue. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. Communication was thankfully not an issue, but the Tirali tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases for which there is no equivalent, but those can be taught with minimal effort. Through mutual respect, understanding, and patience, we Alexandrians and Tirali have learned a great deal from one another. And I'm sure there is much you wish to learn as well, so please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. A royal welcome. Drink water now. A day in the life. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanations, let us head back to the farm we passed earlier. UP's Halo, it's called. We can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. I guess we're off to UP's Halo. I need to grab this A3 while we're here. There's a forecast terminal rather than a sky watcher. Am I doing? I mean, I can talk to the trader. You only have 2 items. Interesting. So yeah, this is a terminal rather than a person. It's still a bird. Thank you for accessing the forecast terminal, acquiring meteorological data. I specifically put the roulette on so I wouldn't be using my bike all the time. Immediately get on the bike. Allow me to introduce you to Mahusa, one of the most experienced farm hands in all of Alexandria. She's well versed in myriad farming techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge she has shared with the other farmers is what allowed this place to flourish. Queen Sphinx, to what do I owe this sudden shower of brings? My apologies for the interruption. I am come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more of Alexandria, and so I invited them to see how our crops are grown. I do hope that's alright. So the rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of hosts would we be to deny them a look around? And I gather your majesty also intended to check on things here. You know me too well, Mahusa. I'd like to seize this opportunity to see how the farmers fare, and perhaps pepper them with a few questions. Though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear we have our permission, so please, walk the grounds to your heart's content. You go ahead, I'll keep Sphinx company. Don't misunderstand, I'm not the suspicious type, but given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? A fair point, but be sure not to let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Wicklamont's watchful eye. Pray come find us after you've seen your fill and spoken to the other farm hands. So is this supposed to be a plow? Or just a cart? Does it float? The music here is very ominous. Some of this also reminds me... We're talking about bugs. They really having an issue with bugs. I'm assuming Bella would watch TV. My brain's just had a big drop. The light levels appear to be fine. As for the power source... You wish to know about my job? I tend to the fields mostly, watering the crops and keeping the soil fertile, and so on. It admittedly took some time until I fully understood how best to carry out my duties. I also manage the lamps we use in the fields. We do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they ever start to malfunction, it's up to me to fix them. The land and sky being what they are, ensuring a rich harvest makes for constant work, but honestly, I enjoy how involved the process is. Both my parents being Alexandrian, I did not grow up knowing much of anything about farming. Every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. I see. So is it a generator or storage? Kind of looks like a door to go downstairs, like a vault. Ah, an unfamiliar face. I gather this is your first time on site then. Well, this here is a storehouse, or rather the entrance. The real storehouse is underground. Much more spacious and equipped with a temperature regulation system to keep the harvest from spoiling. Since the entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild animals from wandering inside, which also makes it a viable facility for breeding and raising livestock. We even got a few beds down there for emergencies. My parents often complain about Alexandrian technology and about how the technology and electrope complicate our lives, but it's just a matter of learning how things work. Take my job, for instance. I'm presently overseeing the storage of harvested crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing, and from there find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. The work is hard, I'll not deny, but I take great satisfaction in what I do. Okay. Do they have dodos over here? Or are these Hamza? What are these guys called? What are y'all? They're saying that you and yours are visitors from beyond the barrier. That true? So it is, which means we're connected to the outside world again. Not that I have a desire to leave my I'm quite content with the life here in Alexandria. But setting that aside, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here at U-Base Halo, we produce not only fruits and vegetables, but also meat, poultry, and eggs. Tending to the animals is an absolute joy, but I have to be careful not to grow attached. It's always a little sad when they're shipped off, but a job is a job. Well, I need to get back to it. It was nice talking with you. Please give my regards to the Queen. And then say specifically what name you're using for your verbs. I'm assuming they're dodos. I sing. Don't be too hard on yourself. Anyone would have been hard-pressed to deal with such a thing. Oh, welcome back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I gather you had your fill of speaking with the farmers, but let us return to Mahusa. Yeah. Well, what are your impressions of the farm? Everything's surprisingly normal. Oh, that's comforting to hear. Your words serve to affirm that my people do not work with undue strain. And what did you think of our little tour, Lamachi? What did you call me? Was that inappropriate? My apologies. I heard the others call you by that name and I thought... No, it's fine. As you said before, we have no need for titles or formalities. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. The machines could be used to overcome so harsh an environment is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. The feeling is understandable. Indeed, many still find the machinery behind me baffling. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. It's been acting up lately, though. Acting up, you say? You needn't worry, my queen. It happens fairly often. Simply put, it's taken in a water that had strong lightning charge. We think some creatures have been charged up with the energy, and they're releasing it into the river we use as a source. The system will return to normal if the creatures were dealt with, but I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. We could take care of it if you'd like. That is most gracious of you to offer, but it's much too dangerous. Oh, it's no trouble for the vow of resolve of Tuliala. Regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop, if there are people in need, I want to help. Simple as that. And Anna is even stronger than I am. It shouldn't take us long at all. Very well then. I gratefully accept. Please take all care. This ought to go even faster if you and I search for lightning charged fiends on our own. Good hunting. Alright. They said they were in the water. Oh, what we got? Thunder Spirit. Okay. Oh, you can't go under the bridge. I love that you leave like this trail of light behind you when you have this back. Ah, you're both alright. Thank goodness. You really needn't have worried so much. We barely broke a sweat dealing with the fiends. They're all gone now. Of course I was worried. You're my dear guest. But thank you. We truly appreciate this. Indeed. With this, we won't have to ask Zoroljaw's machines for help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster his forces, sparing but a fraction of the people's protection. Sparing just a fraction for people's protection. He thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen's Fiend. That's enough, Mahusa. If you have grievances, I will hear them later. But to speak of the king now... No, she's right. He's never been one to look after his people. Anyway, thanks for letting us take a tour of the farm. The folk here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. You couldn't have favored us with more uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. And you never fail to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. You seem a good sort, Sven, that I'll admit. But you'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. For you to be called that, I dread to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Come now, this is no laughing matter. A ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. It's a weird way to say it. Now, I believe we are done with the farm. Let us move on, shall we? That was a very weird way of saying that. I love her skirt, though. And her, like, the part coming down from her dress. Like, we got these little bits coming up here, but look at the actual skirt. This would have been, like, super popular in the 80s and 90s. Perhaps we should head back to the outskirts. I dare say your friends will also have returned by now. My thanks again for dealing with the fiends. Come and visit us anytime. We just hit the 2-hour mark. Interesting that my FPS is really low here. I wonder if it's because there's so many people or if it's just the effect from all the lightning. Yeah, I just had a big dip right there too. What if I look at the sky? Yeah, it's not helping. I'd stare at this wall. Interesting. So I'm assuming it's my CPU. Yeah, because my GPU isn't working very hard. My CPU, however, is working its butt off. There's probably just the amount of players here. There's probably a ton of players here. Hang on. Let's go ahead and take 5. And we'll continue questing when I get back. Yeah, and we're back. Drink water now. Someone messaged me on Discord. What's going on? So I keep seeing a lot of discussion over announced changes for Viper. Question is why. Apparently, so they want to increase positionals and increase Noxus Nash duration. The problem is always the same. One single post on the forum means things get changed for everyone who pastes the same. Oh yeah, people are quite upset about this. Removing positionals is not making the job more fun. Positionals are a small gain, never heard of in a situation after the 0.1% wipe, in which the melee told, sorry I missed one positional. Giving them no positional requirement are not allowing those unskilled or unwilling to learn players to clear Savage or Ultimate contact. Less positionals are removing some learning curve, but it's probably not a problem for people who try to peak their job in a fight. We do have 2 True Norths. What does this patch mean? We have 14 positionals every 2 minutes in the current rotation, 8 from base combos, 6 from Dreadwinder. You cannot ease positionals, you either remove them or you reduce the potency gained by them. Viper is already special in this. They gain more potency by hitting the combo versus missing the positional, which is not true for every melee. This means that positional requirements are already easier. Yeah, that's a really long post. And yeah, I wouldn't mind a longer Noxus Nash, but it's rarely an issue. Like, to be honest, like, the fact that it could stack up to 40 seconds already makes it go, you know what I mean? And if they increase it to 30 seconds, then just using your Dreadwinder on the cooldown, you would never have a reason to start your combo with Dread Pen. And yeah, people are really worried. Do you hear that? Hear what? What's going on with Pictomancer? What's everyone running over for? They're meeting? Is work time over, or?
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
Nearly time for what? What's going on? Are we finally gonna see something weird?
I'm glad you could make it.
What's going on? Is someone gonna pass away, or?
Are you with us?
Wait, that's Namiki, isn't it?
Queen Sphene has come to see you.
We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right.
It is, Namika.
Oh,
What's the matter, dear?
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
Namika, it's me! Wuklamat!
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end.
Has she no more soul cells?
Soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Soul cells?
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end.
What do you mean it's not the end? Are y'all about to, like, upload her memories or something?
Be not afraid. Your memory will live on. In us.
Living on in memory. The giants share a similar belief.
Wait! Where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
It's not the end.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
I really feel like they're gonna do something either with her memories or with her soul.
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a Void Gate, or even with the Crystal Tower. In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining.
A rejoining?
Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding. I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken.
If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement.
By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm.
Aha!
The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's noxious influence.
I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphene's as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
But of course, our next stop ought to be Everkeep. That tower over yonder.
That silence is incredibly sus. Is it only Zeralja that caused all this to happen? Or is there more at play? You also still remind me of an Ascian.
Once you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs.
Oh wait, we're going to Solution 9?
Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zeralja resides.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zeralja do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zeralja's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm. It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa? You might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
with Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunderyards? Is that where she is?
I'm afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunderyards, and all will be made clear.
Interesting. What's going on with your device?
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
Alright, there we go. We have mind manipulation.
What? We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud.
What?
Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
Alright, so the memories can be taken from them. That's a big oof right there. I had a feeling. Oh, Kami's here. Oh, you're in the gear. You're just trying to show off. Oh, you're missing the gloves? Beep boop. Greetings. Guessing the queen, how may I assist you? I mean, it looks like you're missing gloves. Too bad I can't trade them to you. Oh, you got the eyes on. I like the eyes. I'm trying to, I think LD and Fioris also got that helmet. The axe, though. Oh, the axe looks cool. Can you draw the axe? Interesting that your horns also just come out of the side of the helmet. There we go. Okay, yeah, that axe looks really cool. It's as if he never knew her. Could the same thing have happened to the others as well, I wonder? There's only one way to find out. Let's make inquiries about Namika in the area. We can reconvene afterwards at the Aether. I feel like we're about to get this answer from everyone. I feel like this quest in particular is having. 97. Yeah, you should be able to get them from one more run, I think. Whenever I'm done streaming, I'm definitely going to run another one. I'm probably going to stop at the 98 quest, or before going into Solution 9. I feel like entering Solution 9 would be a good starting point for the next stream. There's Elding, crafting. An old woman named Namika. I'm afraid I do not know that person. I'm sorry I couldn't be of help. This is her... Okay, was this her house? Alright, so what's going on here? We got storage boxes, we got wall dividers, we got a really cool looking table. We have iPads. This is just storage shelves. Can't go into that door. Oh no, if this is the bed, that's really unfortunate. A bunch of storage up here. That looks like a weird fireplace. Is this the toilet or the shower? Maybe both? And I'm assuming you maybe cook in here? Or maybe this is the shower? It's not a bed. That is definitely a bed. Or an operating table. I do recall caring for someone until recently, and you said there was a woman named Minake. Well, I can't say for certain it was her. I wouldn't worry. I'm sure she's just been taken up to the cloud. Unless this is the device for the put people to be uploaded to the cloud. What's that? Do I know a Namika? Never met anyone by that name, and I've worked at the outskirts for a good while now. If she spent time here, I would remember. Oh, that's good. I like the Fist of the North Star looking gear. Let's see. I think most of my gear is I can't open my glamour plates for now. There we go. Yeah, I have most of the gear on. I never got the gloves. At least I don't think I've ever gotten the gloves. Yeah, I didn't get the gloves or the helmet. I don't have any lockboxes either. Bye, Aldi. So it's the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Namika. It's as if their memory of her has been purged from their minds. While such a thing might be done with magic, to alter the memories of so many at once would be a tremendous undertaking. We would have felt a surge of ether corresponding to the act as well. And I sensed none of that in the moment. Neither did I, but I did notice something else. Right before Papone seemingly forgot, a light in the device on his head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone also said something about soul cells. Who might we ask about this? If we continue making such inquiries, I expect we would only cause confusion. Indeed, if we can't readily solve the mystery about Namika, perhaps we can search for Kakua instead. Svein said to try the Thunder Guards. It should be in this direction. What is over there? What is that? What is watching us? Wait a second. That looks like a level... Oh. Not a level checker? Unidentified floating object. Impossible. Is that a level checker or... Oh, what's the... Not Tarataru. What's the name of the... you're 100% sure that's a table? No, that's definitely a bed. The table was downstairs. Oh, the guy from Gundam. Why can't I remember? Haro. Yeah, it's Haro. Unless that's her. Another kind of mechanical soldier. It looks dangerous. We better destroy it. Wow. Okay, it's probably not dangerous. Yeah, it looks like Haro. Should we give chase? I think it understood our words. It might be worth asking it some questions. ENvtuber, are you alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing. I'm fine. Well, it went off in the direction we're heading anyway, so let's try to track it down. You know what else it reminds me of? Y'shtola's, like, water summon. But a robot. Ooh. To the Thunder Fields. See, someone's doing the quest. I gotta fight the Thunder Spirits. I love seeing people on the cloud. That's it up the road. Are we about to have to do a sneaking follow quest? Where are you going? You found it? Yeah, it's up the road. Heading towards the cave. To the northeast. Then it must be bound for the mines. Come on then. It could well be a trap, so let's not rush in too quickly. Got more thunder spirits up here. More lightning rod towers. I think it's safe to assume it went into the mines. An old coal mine. It appears to have long since been abandoned, like so many other places. The stones in those crates, could it be turquoise? So in here, I heard faint voices coming from inside. So it's not alone, but we're still going in, of course. This may be a trap. Be ready to fight, everyone. I have a feeling this isn't a trap. I have a feeling this is our Moogle moment. Because we've yet to have a Moogle moment in MSQ. There's an Aether Current in here. We got some bats. Chunk water now. I'm not worrying. We've had to improvise countless times before, after all. It would appear no one has worked in these tunnels in quite some time. A device made with electro. It seems to be the only one here. This tunnel keeps going. Just keeps going. I can hear them. Several people up ahead. I can't make out the conversation with the echoing. Let's keep going. Stay on your guard. Okay, people definitely live in here. There's our little robot.
What is this?
LvL!
Alright, who are these people? Why do they all got guns?
Trap!
Huh? What's that face?
It really is you!
I missed how to pronounce the name.
Huh?
Huh?
Who?
I just had to get a look at you in the light. And I can still hardly believe my eyes. But it is you, my darling Elvtuber!
Is her mind uploaded to a robot?
My darling, what now?
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
Wow. Buzzy little bun. Bussing little bun bun.
Why the long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galoo Jaja's kitten?
Kitten?
I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Elvtuber was always so excited whenever you invited him over to play. You remember me, I hope?
A lynch bat?
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
Kakiwa?
I'm sorry?
Oh, this won't do. Come in! Friends of my Elvtuber are always welcome.
ask is a little forewarning, but no.
But no. Who are these people? I like their outfits. Is this like a rebellion against Alexandria?
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
Yeah, I'm assuming her mind was uploaded to that device so that she wasn't lost to the cloud. At this point, I doubt anything could possibly surprise me. Anvil's mother is a floating machine. Right, that makes about as much sense as everything else thus far. The Alligans had machines that could be controlled remotely. Is she using something similar to communicate with us? They also had ways to upload vast... I can't say I understand what's going on, but at least she's safe. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can think of few people in the world quite so spirited. But as to what happened, we'll need to ask her. Let's hear what she has to say. Oh, they got a map there. It's so wonderful to meet you all. And the students of Valdesian. It's been quite a while since I heard that name. Dare I ask the reason for your appearance? Oh, this. It's just a body that I control remotely. I use this for our operations. Okay, so it's remote. We're members of a resistance organization, Oblivion, we call ourselves, and our goal is to thwart Zeralja's ambitions for conquest. Oblivion? Okay, that's a cool name for a resistance group. As the leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't easily be found. I see. Whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. Right you are. Truth be told, Oblivion was founded for an altogether different purpose. And that is... As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, and the very earth beneath our feet is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Really? Then does that mean you know who or what is responsible for it? I'm afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zeralja. But we failed to do that, and now he's taken his army outside of the dome. None of you wear those strange devices on your heads. Does that have something to do with your work? You mean this? It's a regulator, the pinnacle of electrode technology, and that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? Allow me to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Reserve? You mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as in accidents. They do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. I see. Souls as a common resource and payment for services rendered. That also explains why everyone's so eager to do the work that they do. The void-sent practice of consuming others for their ether comes to mind. In similarity, I expect that the act comes with some risk. Does it dilute your sense of self? Wouldn't the consciousness of others corrupt your own? That is prevented through memory management, a process in which the regulators also play a role. Memory management? Then the reason everyone has forgotten Namika's existence. The regulators are constantly recording the memories of the wearer, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. However, the regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being is that regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing one. Why would they do such a thing? It is a kindness bestowed upon the people of Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. Well, this definitely sounds like the city of gold from Legend, right? So this is what they meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. It's a frightening function of the regulators and an integral step in soul cell production. You see, when a person dies of natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. Then it is delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities and ready for distribution and consumption. Why is he wearing my clothes? Get away. Why are you wearing my clothes? There's a lot of ASEAN in it. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system to be remembered forever. And this is why people are happy here. On the surface, it's similar to Yakwei philosophy, but I see nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. All comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, this system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists use electro to devise a means to save what lives, to save what lives they could so that the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save their people. I just find it hard to believe that the Turali would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wish. Speen didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. Ah, so you've already met. She is the one who suggested we come to the Thunder Guards in the first place. She said she wants to help us stop Zoralja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motive, she has given the people a choice. Live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I mean, we've already seen it. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are you going to see exactly? Come with me and you'll find out. But like, we've already seen it at play. Twice for the soul function. But they also gained a lot of power when they did it. And that one guy just straight up transformed. Kind of the same way that the weapons did. In which the weapons were kind of doing the same thing. I guess I need to leave. I need to see more what was in here. So they just turned this mine into like a living space, but for some reason it's considered outdoors because I have my umbrella out. That's really weird. I like that guy's name is Geode. What is this map? It looks like a map of the zone. Probably looking at it from the wrong angle. But yeah, Geode's a funny name. Nostalgia, that's another good one. Drink water, Nyall. Also, this tunnel is quite big. So why are we coming out here to see it? I'm sorry, but I just can't accept the idea of using the souls as a resource. We're going to see how regulators work, but how? To alter the memories of the populace with such precision that's no small feat. What does she intend to show us? So those regulators are to blame for everyone forgetting Minake, but forgetting what a wonderful person she was. Aww. Everyone here? Good. It's the responsibility of the Thunderyard's hunters to fell any beings found wandering in the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine, Strika. I like the name Strika. One of those hunters. A defective sentry. Okay, so if I wanted to fight robots, there's robots up here. Bunch of robots up here. Where do we go firing? Judging by its name, I take this facility as for gathering light energy. So what do you think is in this box? I'm guessing food. Alright. While I'm not blind to the potential benefits of these regulators, the risk inherent with giving another party the power to alter your memories cannot be overstated, never mind the ethical considerations of using souls in such a fashion. Given the opportunity, I should very much like to study Electro on behalf of the students. Let's get this over with. Striker will show you what life can be like wearing a regulator. Yeah, so what's going on here? Do you have Google Maps in your head? Ichua, what are you doing here? And with so many friends? Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you out there. Hunting you? That's fine, I guess. Hold on. I assume they were wearing special regulators like Sven's crown, but they aren't wearing anything at all. It's much too dangerous to be here without one. What if they are struck by lightning or attacked by beasts? I can assure you they are all quite capable of looking after themselves. If anything should go amiss, I will take full responsibility. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Danger aside, there really isn't much to see. Chua said you were a hunter, but wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact they're weak to lightning. The Thunderyard being what it is, they have been ordered to steer clear. Some good they are, eh? But these facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any things. Given the danger, we are well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. The special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. Special selection of souls? I brought this lot here to see this danger you speak of, if it's not too much trouble to ask. Of course, in which case, it'd be a shame to waste my efforts on just any old beast. If you all can handle yourselves in a fight, eh? If you cause a ruckus slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. I'm trying to figure out what kind of weapon she has. Is she not carrying a weapon? Or did I just not see it? I saw things on her hips. I'm not sure I understand, but I suppose we should each slay what we can. Are they going to show us, like, specifically the strength of the soul transfer? There's a thing. I don't know if I can get to it. I will try it now. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna get to it. Oh, it's in... I want to be in the thing. Be aggro, please. Be aggro. I mean, I can't change jobs. a scythe to an acclaimed. Same thing. Oh, happy again. Alright, back to what we were doing. This must be a hunt. Yeah. Alma variabilis. We're about to hit 99. I should probably be doing quest on Sage. Little charge bolt. Look how you got that in. More enemies. You say it like there's more than one. I'm not worried about these enemies. Like targets, then I feel way more than they can. Did we lure out something big? I hope so. I know this monster. Big giant eye attack. Here we go. This one will do nicely. Okay, she's a monk. So those are monk weapons on our side. We'll help you. It's fine, really. I faced worse. Just watch. I feel like she's gonna die. And then come back closer. I don't like the looks of this. Let's help. Oh no! Look out! Preserve. She needs healing. I think Austin is really going to enjoy this part of the story. That was embarrassing. The bastard caught me off guard. Are you mad? Seriously, let us help. I told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. And there's the soul overdrive. Very Vanderbilt. So yeah, it's probably using an additional soul as an overdrive. Just like Zeralja. Come on, let's get out of here. That's also a function of the regulator. I'm very much feeling that it absorbed the soul cell to enhance our soul. But it must be temporary, considering that the souls are essentially, you know, people who have died of natural causes. And they refer to them as batteries as well. I think I understand how Zeralja was able to return from the dead and defeat Papa, but I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Don't tell me. You empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. I'm reminded of the Serpentine soldier we encountered at Vanguard who did the same thing. So you crossed paths with one of the king's elites. Such a form can only be achieved by gorging yourself on souls. We could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they allow hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. Alright, so it is very much like the weapons, except they're using the souls of beast, and apparently the transformation is from eating a ton of souls. And there you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of souls, those of people and those of beast. The souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Preternatural strength. Freshly brewed soul in the morning does wonders, I think. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. And what about the souls of beasts? They work much in the same fashion, imbuing you with the strength of the chosen animal. If, for example, you were to use the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral, as you saw with Striker. Using several of the same type at once, however, could result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws, too many, and you'll become more beast than man. Changing one's form through the souls of other beings becomes more and more reminiscent of the Void set. It sure does. Yet unlike the Void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal scene. Different means to achieve similar ends. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. This is wrong. This is all wrong. This is indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own beliefs. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. The civilizations and the reflections are surprising indeed. I have a feeling that these devices, they acted like they were made after the Calamity, but I have a feeling that they were created before the Calamity. Or once again, Ascians. Because Ascians love soul transportation. While we all have our thoughts on souls, for now the important thing is we know what power Zoraal has at its disposal. It's one thing to separate corporeal ether from incorporeal ether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. This is no longer only Tulialal's concern. With this newfound power, Zoraal has become a real threat to the entire world. Indeed, he has to be stopped no matter the cost. The void has been added. 0 has been added. The worth of a soul. Still 97. I trust you gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed by myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all, but for now, let's head back to the earth and sky. At this ring, there's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. This kind of reminds me of Zidane's race of people. Tis well that we could see firsthand how regulators are used. To draw upon even the souls of fiends, I shudder to imagine how powerful Zoraal could become. What does Lamachi wish to discuss, I wonder? To think that everyone has lived here for 30 years, long enough to become accustomed to the way of life. I understand the argument that we should keep an open mind. If this practice is integral to their culture, but every fiber might be rails against it. Yeah? I'm sorry for delaying this, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tulialal and Alexandria. And while Zoraal knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower, everything. So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Quechua and our people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust. But the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zoraal. Sphene, too, claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It's simple, really. Their leader is Erenvil's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sphene may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. A fair point. And knowing Zoraal, we must assume that his arrangement with Sphene was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcome. Hold on. There's no guarantee that it's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tulialal. As you say, we have no proof that it really is her. But I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can, otherwise we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zoraal for good and all. What's more, I trust you, ENvtuber. You've always had great instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a trap, then we'll deal with it when it's sprung. I should have said I trust you as well, just to get him to fluster more. That's always the way of it with you. Of course it is. I can handle all this stuff. Fine. If you're settled on this, then say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. Drink water now. Of course, there's already people flying here. I know I'm behind them, but it makes sense. Kachua, there's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason than to strike down Zorolja. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. How about the part where he also killed our father? I'm prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zorolja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize that this is sudden, that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal. So fight with me. I beg with you. I beg you. I really like their jackets. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we've gathered ample intelligence, we don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun, and he's all the reason I need. Everyone agrees. Then it's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. We're collabing. Thank you, Kachua. Everyone, together we'll achieve great things. I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zorolja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? After a fashion, the king resides on the uppermost level, but while the queen's fiend has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he's going to be at any given time, it could only be the queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zorolja will eventually march on Tuliolal again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we've had to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. We just bring the fight to him. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliolal. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him, so now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Kona, who bested him in the rite of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of our presence here. At that, I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm, but if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him, show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Kona instead. He'll attack Tuliolal again, like he said he would. I see. If you believe this the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliolal requires that Zoralja lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. If we're proceeding with it, though, we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Ishtola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sign of movement. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zoralja to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourselves with the technology that empowers them. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was at. You'll be impressed to know that we're located right inside that tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in a forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. Ah, about that. Spoon said that she would make it so we could enter without issue. She did. Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when we're working together. So close, so close. While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I'm Geo, the leader of the hideout. And the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and Wyakweg. Those are two very different names. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins, eh? That explains the resemblance. Wyakweg is a Tanawatan name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right. Our mother was Tulialan, and her father was Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures, so your name's Nostalgia, because your father is Alexandrian. They're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me. So what made you two decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to hope that he'd be released. But when months went by with no word from him or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We'd already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now, everyone who had known him. That bastard, even here he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. You introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while mine is Tanawat new, I haven't the faintest how things are outside the barrier. It's my dream to go and see it with my own eyes, our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone is so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet the others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little more eccentric, but they have good hearts, all. Arendelle, one last thing. This isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for sticking up Kachua. She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. Meanwhile, in Everking. That's a lot of servers. Or is that souls? Or batterings? It looks like server racks.
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont.
He has a name.
No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Oh.
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wooglamart bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Uklamat and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Uklamat, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
Alright. Zoralja is definitely set on what he wants to do.
What now?
So yeah, he definitely wants to test them because I've been the shamed. Solution 9 is the 97 quest? Ah! I thought Solution 9 was going to be a 98 quest. Alright. I know you want to. I mean, I want to go to Solution 9. I really want to. But I feel like I should save it for tomorrow. I really feel like I should save this for tomorrow. And because I feel like as soon as we walk in, it's going to turn into the 98 quest line. Alright. I need you to look in your quest log. This quest is Solution Line number 97. How many quests are there until 98? I need this answer. It's not a spoiler. I just need to know how many quests. There's 2 more 97 quests. So it's this one and 1 more quest for 97. So what you're saying is I should start my next stream with the title, Finding a Solution, MSQ level 98. And save this for tomorrow. Because we're almost 4 hours into this stream. And the last stream was... Oh, it hasn't updated. The last stream was 4.5 hours. So I'm already at the 8-hour mark for streaming today. I can contain myself. I think I should wait to start this quest tomorrow. It'll be something really exciting to start the stream on. You think so too? Okay. Okay. Your toes are touching the entrance to the door, and that's fine. It's fine. I'd rather be fresh and really enjoy it tomorrow. So yeah, we are gonna wait until tomorrow to pick up that quest. That makes more sense. Save it. So yeah. Alright then. well, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here. I'm gonna take a short break after I end, and then if y'all want to run the 97 dungeon, I'll run the 97 dungeon with y'all. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. So as always, if you enjoyed the stream, please consider leaving a like. If you want to be notified about future streams, please consider subscribing. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye bye, y'all.